Money got longer, speaker got louder, car got faster. Turn to a savage pocket.
Yo, what is up, my YouTube people? Today I am going to be recapping the Indianapolis Colts not first round, I'm sorry, their entire draft. But let's get this shit started. So first pick in the draft was Malik Hooker. Absolutely loved the pick. He fell because of, I think he had a shoulder injury, and teams were weary about him starting the season, but I believe he is going to be a great player in this Colts defense. The Colts have really gone after defensive players and made it a key issue on their team. They got Jonathan Hankins, they got John Simon, they got Quincy Wilson in the draft, Malik Hooker, they got slipped my mind right now, but they got the D end from New England. I forgot his name, but they have really been focusing on this defense and making it a key point, and I think that's very important for Andrew Luck to keep the ball out of his hands and to give him a break, because last year he got hit a lot. I think he needs a break, and this is the perfect way of doing it. This pick is a great pick. They needed a free safety. I doubt they would have imagined Malik Hooker being here, but he fell because of his injury concerns. But he's going to be a future All-Pro, and I think he could be a future Hall of Famer if he can translate to the NFL. He's a great center fielder. He's a great ball hawk. He has some great coverage abilities. He's long. He's lengthy. He can cover sideline to sideline. So I believe this is a great pick by the Indianapolis Colts. All right. With their next pick in the draft, they got Quincy Wilson, cornerback out of Florida. I really like this pick. They needed a cornerback opposite from Vontae Davis, and I believe that he can really help out their secondary along with Malik Hooker. And I think this defense is going to be really good next year with these new additions that they've gotten. But Quincy Wilson is a good player. I think he will need 1 year to develop and adjust to the NFL. But after that, I think he can be a really good number 2 corner opposite of Vontae Davis. And I believe that he can get a lot of interceptions. He can shut people down. And this is going to be a deadly secondary for years to come with these 2 picks. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, with their next pick in the draft, they addressed the D-end position, which I think they needed more depth at. They got Terrell Basham, and he is a D-end out of Ohio. I do not know much about him. I know he has a lot of upside, but I did not watch any of the Ohio games because I do not care about Ohio. I do not care about the college team. They were awful, but I think that he can be a good D-end for them. He needs to develop, but I think he can be a rotational player, and I think he can get around maybe 4 sacks this year, and I believe that he can develop into their starting D-end in a couple of years, and I believe that he can be a very productive player for the Indianapolis Colts. They have this great defensive overhaul in this draft, and I think that the Colts are going to be very dangerous in this AFC South division, but all these teams got better, so I'm going to be very interested to see who's going to come out on top in this division. Alright, and for their next pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Zach Banner, offensive tackle out of USC. I really like the pick. I think that they need to get more people to protect Andrew Luck. And I think that their only great offensive lineman is Anthony Kazana. And I think that this is a great addition to their offensive line. They needed help there. They addressed it. I would have liked them to address it a little bit earlier, maybe the 3rd round. Dan Feeney was still on the board when I think they selected Terrell Basham, but still a good pick. But I would have liked them to address it a little bit earlier. Alright, and for my last recap player that I'm going to be doing for the Indianapolis Colts, I'm going to be going over their pick, Marlon Mack, running back out of USF. And I believe this is a good pick. I think he can be rotational back. He might be able to split carries with Frank Gore this season, but he will definitely become their starter. I think this is a very good pick, great value. I thought he would go a little bit earlier than this, but this running back class was very deep. But when Dalvin Cook started falling, all the rest of the running backs fell with him. So they ended up with a steal of a player here, and I believe that he can definitely help out their backfield. He'd definitely be a good running back for them. Alright, so that concludes my recap on the Indianapolis Colts draft. What do you think about it? Do you like their draft? Do you hate it? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think that my analysis was good? Comment your opinions down below, and I'll see y'all later.